When Islam Makhachev made that walk toward the octagon to face Jack Della Maddalena, it didn't feel like a man entering a fight. It felt like a king entering a new kingdom, a champion stepping into unknown territory. Not to survive, not to test himself, but to conquer. The atmosphere in the arena was so tense, you could almost feel it clinging to your skin. Fans from Australia were roaring for their champion, and millions watching around the world wanted to know one thing. Could the lightweight king really dominate a bigger, younger, dangerous welterweight?
Knocks. His corner's like, hey, get some hands on him, and he's trying.
Jack Della Maddalena was no joke. Sharp boxing, calm pressure, finishing instinct. He was the kind of fighter people said Islam should avoid. The kind of champion who could make a bigger man feel small. But the moment Islam's feet touched the canvas, it became obvious. He wasn't intimidated. He wasn't guessing. He wasn't curious. He was certain. Certain of his game plan. Certain of his timing. Certain of the outcome. Round after round, Islam took Jack out of his rhythm. He drowned him in pressure. He disrupted his footwork. He smothered his power. He never let him get comfortable. And by the fourth round, the confidence on Jack's face was gone. The danger disappeared. The belief faded. Islam didn't just win. He dismantled him. He broke down a champion and walked out as a two-division UFC world champion. And that kind of victory, that kind of domination, that kind of history comes with a whole different level of money. So let's break down exactly what Islam Makhachev earned that night when he moved up, took over, and rewrote his legacy forever. We start with the guaranteed purse, the number locked into the contract from the beginning. This money gets paid no matter what. Whether the fight ends in 5 seconds or goes all 5 rounds, whether it's a knockout, a submission, a doctor stoppage, or even a freak accident, the guaranteed purse always lands in the fighter's pocket. For Islam, stepping into a new division for a world title, his guaranteed purse came in at $900,000. That is the paycheck of a superstar, a rare number given only to elite champions and global attractions. But Islam wasn't there to collect a check. He wasn't there for $900,000. He came for the entire kingdom and the bonuses that come with it. The moment the judges read his name and the belt touched his waist, another part of his contract activated, the $600,000 win bonus. Just like that, his total jumped to $1.5 million. But even here, we're only scratching the surface. Because the real gold in UFC contracts is something only a handful of fighters ever touch: PPV points. Islam is one of them. For UFC 322, the storyline was massive. A lightweight champion moving up, an Australian champion defending at home, a clash of styles, 2 long win streaks, plus the entire Dagestani fan base. The Middle East audience, European combat sports fans, and global casual fans tuning in to witness history pay-per-view buys were huge. And because Islam has PPV points written into his deal, every buy, every click, every fan who tuned in boosted his income directly. Based on industry estimates, Islam earned roughly $1.2 million from PPV revenue. This is the territory only megastars reach. Add that to his purse and win bonus, and he's already at $2.7 million. But his night still wasn't finished, because the UFC rewarded him for how he performed, not just that he won. His suffocating control earned him a $50,000 performance of the night bonus. Then you add his Venom outfitting pay. Champions sit at the highest tier, and Islam pocketed another $42,000 for wearing UFC-approved gear during media day, open workouts, and fight night. Fight week duties, press conferences, interviews, promo shoots, and all UFC-mandated appearances brought him an additional $15,000. But then we reach the shadow money, the money behind the curtain, the part casual fans never think about. Sponsorship activations. When a fighter becomes a two-division champion, corporations react instantly. They want the moment, the highlight, the belt raised, the new champ photo. They want their brand attached to history. Companies that may have been offering mid-tier sponsorships suddenly jump to 6-figure deals. According to multiple MMA marketing insiders, Islam earned well into 6 figures from outside sponsors tied to this win. So when you stack everything together, the base purse, the win bonus, the PPV points, the performance bonus, the outfitting pay, the appearance money, and the private sponsor deals, Islam Makhachev walked out of UFC 322 with an estimated total of around $2.8 million. Almost $3 million for one night. One fight, one walk into the cage, one moment of domination. But the money is only one piece. Look at what this win did for him. He became a two-division champion. He tied Anderson Silva's iconic UFC win streak. He became one of the sport's biggest global stars. He became a monster in 2 weight classes, and he became the kind of fighter whose future fights will only get bigger and more profitable. Islam didn't just earn a gigantic paycheck. He earned leverage. He earned bargaining power. He earned the right to command numbers even higher in his next negotiation. And the scariest part? He's still in his prime. So if he made nearly $3 million for this performance, imagine what he'll earn next time. This wasn't just a payday. This was a beginning, the start of Islam Makhachev's era as one of the highest paid and most dominant UFC champions in history.